I'm Jeannie.
And we're the
Loose Thread Stitchers.
And today we have our friend
Julie
with us, and she's our third musketeer. I mean, we sew together, we go on trips together. She normally isn't in the video, but since it's Christmas, we talked her into it. So she's here to show some of her things. And
she started cross-stitching this last year.
Yes.
Again.
Yes. Again, just
like
like us. Yeah, just like us.
Well, not quite as proficiently as these two, but I try.
It all comes in time.
Yes.
Today is Friday, December 16th, and this is floss tube number 11. So any updates? Our weather, I have gotten less snow. It's very pretty outside. Everything's white.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, and I probably have 6 inches, 7 inches, but these two out in the boonies got a lot more.
We got over 10 this last week.
Yes.
And over the river in Wisconsin, we're probably 12 to 14.
Yeah.
Wet,
It's
heavy.
Very wet and heavy. We lost power on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we lost power. Yes, for an hour. But these two lost power yesterday for quite a while.
Most
Several
of the
hours.
day.
Ours is over 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard to stitch. And then my rechargeable neck lights went out, and my husband just got a new headlamp, an LED. Well, I wore that around my neck, and yeah, I wanted to do my snow day stitching on blue fabric, so that wasn't easy either. So
It's still snowing a little bit. They said we should probably today get another inch, and then it should stop. But then next week we go way down. I mean, we're gonna go down
freezing.
to like 0, and then it'll be like 10 below with the wind chill. So that's not going to be fun.
got a son coming up from sunny Florida. Just for him, we're getting below 0 weather.
And so then one of the reasons we haven't videotaped is my husband has Parkinson's, and he's had it since 2013. And for about the last 8 months, he's had to go through several tests to get this. He wanted to get this. They put a probe in your brain to stop the tremors and the shaking. And he had really bad shaking on his left side. His legs and arms were getting very stiff. It's rigidity with it. So about the last 8 months, we've gone through several tests, and he passed all the tests. So on November 14th, finally, he had brain surgery, and they put this probe in his brain. And then on the 21st of November, they put a battery right here below his collarbone. And on Tuesday, just a couple days ago, we went in and they turned it on, and it literally stopped his left hand from shaking. I mean, I was sitting in the chair, and it just stopped shaking.
Yeah. It's been a long ride. Long road.
Well, and then before surgeries and stuff, you had to be, COVID phobia, that you had to stay away or had to stay. So that came back,
Right.
negative. So it was kind of.
Right. We pretty much had to hunker down for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah. So you should see her haul.
Yes, I found out I buy when I'm very stressed.
Hey, did that fall under nursing duties again?
I think so, nursing duties.
Yeah. So
He went through both surgeries perfect. I mean, perfect.
Yeah.
And his
No pain?
No, none. And with the rigidity, everything, his arm, you know, when you can dangle your arm, he couldn't do that. It was stiff. And his legs, too. The doctor kept saying, no, loosen it, loosen it. And he says, I am. This is as loose as I can. And now his arm shakes, wiggles. There's no tremors anymore, none.
But he's controlling the shaking and wiggling.
Yeah,
No.
when they want you,
Yeah.
because like, you know, when you get a shot in your arm, they tell you to really loosen your arm, and sometimes they even take your arm and wiggle it, and they say, okay, now just let it dangle. Well, his wasn't. His was very stiff and rigid. And even when she lifted up his knee, you know, he was sitting in a chair, and she lifted up his knee, and she's trying to get his leg to wiggle and do stuff, and it wouldn't. It was just very stiff. And now she was batting. It was wiggling in the wind. So it's very, it's amazing. That's all I have to say. The technology they have today is amazing. And now his right side is starting to shake, so when that gets worse, he'll have to go through all the testing again, and then they do the same thing. They put a probe in that side of the brain to control his right side. Your brain is opposite. So right now they put a probe in his right side of his brain to control his left side. And then they'll put a probe in the left side of his brain to control his right side.
Will that one battery pack work for both?
They said sometimes it works. Sometimes they have to put another battery over here. And you can feel it. It's a little round disc. And you
Pacemakers are like that, aren't
yeah, and
they?
you just sort of tap it, you can feel it there. And he has a little thing he puts around his neck, and he has to just charge that battery once a week. And we chose the 15-year battery. You got choices of everything. We didn't get to choose the probe. There's 3 different probes, and the neurosurgeon chooses the probe based on your symptoms. But I just thought I would tell people, if there's anybody out there that has Parkinson's, this is truly amazing.
But you have to catch it at a certain time, right?
You do. You can't have, like he had to go through testing to see if he had the start of Alzheimer's or dementia. He's 68 years old. So they said he's very healthy. He's, you know, they don't worry about the surgery then, but he had to go through a 4-hour test to find out if he had Alzheimer's or dementia, because if you have the start of either of those, they can't do the surgery. So everything went perfect. Couldn't ask for a better turnout.
But yet he's still dealing with his foot, isn't he?
Yeah, his foot, it's not totally healing, and they don't know if they're going to have to put a graft in and a plate. He goes back January 4th for another x-ray, and they'll decide then. So we'll just have to see.
So that means first part of January is another shopping spree.
Yeah, you'll see.
Time for a road trip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. But hopefully it's healing, and I don't know. We'll just have to wait on the ankle. And that's part of the setback, too, is because they videotape you with your Parkinson's, and he couldn't be videotaped with a broken ankle because he couldn't walk. Part of it is how you walk, your gait, if you shuffle. You know, they videotape all of this for their team to look at. And he couldn't do that for quite a while. He was on that knee wheelie thing for a couple of months, I think. So that kind of set us back. But I would say without the ankle problem, it still probably takes you a good 6 months to go through the testing.
Will it be less testing because he's already been through it once?
I don't think so. I think it's the same test over again, because like it'll probably take about a year. I don't think they'll start the process right away because they said he has to heal and stuff. So
A lot
can happen in a year. But the doctor was shocked when she walked in and she looked at his right hand the way it was shaking, because she had seen him in June, and it was a big difference. So he's probably eventually, and they say 98% of all Parkinson's patients, when one side starts, the other side will eventually start. It doesn't take away the progression of the disease. It just makes it better to live with. You can do more, because like he likes fans, old fans. He has 2 collector cars he works on, and with the shaking, he just couldn't do it anymore. So now, I mean, he held his hand out, and it was nothing. He just showed Julie when she walked in, and there's no shaking, none. And I mean, to watch this, she had a little laptop and she's programming it. And you're watching his hand shake all over the place, and pretty soon it went less and less and less, and then there it was. It just stopped. Wow. And you weren't supposed to be able to get any more MRIs, but his probe in his brain is a Boston Scientific, and that it's the latest and greatest, so he can still have MRIs, he can have x-rays. Yes. He has to have a card when he goes to the airport, but otherwise he can do anything. So.
And they couldn't do both sides with probes because of the length or the
Length
involvement.
of the surgery, and he really wasn't, when he was going through the testing, his right side wasn't shaking. They had him at a 1 on his right side. Because it's from 1 to 10. He was at a 1 with his right side.
What do they have him at now?
She didn't do his right side because we were there to get it programmed.
Yeah.
We weren't there for a regular visit. So she said on January 4th they'll talk about his start talking about his right side. So but it's amazing. And they said this technology, they're going to start using it for a lot of other diseases. It's just amazing.
Just to get over the fact, though, that they drill into your head and then they wake you up and...
Yeah, because they put him to sleep and he had to sit up and he had this big wire thing around his head to keep it stable. And then he's out while they drill into your skull. I don't think we should probably do too much of this. But anyway, once he wakes up, they wake him up because they have to see if his speech starts slurring or...
But the brain has no pain.
The brain feels
nerve
nothing.
pain.
No.
So there's no pain
Because
like that point.
he had to stay overnight in the neurosurgery wing, and the nurse came in every 15 minutes, and he was always at a 0.
For pain.
And she said, "Isn't that amazing?" He had a big curved thing on his head with stitches, and then he had one behind the ear where they ran the wire down.
If he would have done it a month earlier, he would have been perfect for Halloween. He could have greeted the kids at the door, you know.
Yeah, because they shave your head. So I had him we take care of our grandkids 2 days a week, and they're 11 and 7. And so he wore a baseball cap when we went because I didn't want to scare him.
I didn't even notice it today when I came.
No,
in.
his hair has really grown back fast. It was amazing. Because even we got our hair cut a couple weeks ago, and even Rita, who cuts her hair, she said, "Wow, his hair is really growing fast."
Wow.
So,
Oh, good.
okay,
Christmas miracle.
yes, it is a Christmas miracle. It's a life miracle. And they can keep tweaking it. There's a lot of tweaking to be done. So this will help him for quite a while.
Nice.
It's truly amazing. Okay, we're going to go into cross stitch now, unless somebody else has something. No?
No.
No?
Okay, FFOs. I'm going to show a previous FFO because I finished it relatively, 2-3 videos ago. It's my Merry Christmas pin keep. I'm just showing it because it's Christmas. It's by Abby Rose Designs. And it's on 32 count Picture This Plus Brash is the name of it. And I love this fabric. Yes, I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. And that's the only FFO I own. Jeannie?
Well, you want to do...
Yeah.
Me? Okay, so this is something I made for my mom in 1989. And my mom passed away a year ago. And when we went through her stuff, she still had it. So it came back to my house. So, I know, to be honest, it came out of a magazine. It just speaks of my mom and what she meant to me and the gift she was in my life. And I'm grateful to have it back.
Yeah. Because you're a mother, too.
Yeah, I'm a mother, too.
And you made it for yourself.
I did. Yeah.
This is what I mean to my kids.
Yeah.
Okay, now get your cup of coffee because Jeannie's going to show her
Yes,
FFOs.
oh my gosh.
It's been almost 2 months. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
start
been a
with
while.
fall. So I did this prairie schooler pheasants. I don't even know if there's a name.
Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, those are those little cards we got at Stitchville.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, she
finished
has a
it
pheasant she calls
as-
Earl.
Yeah.
ornament.
Out on the farm.
Beautiful.
So and that
love
was
that.
from Target Dollar Spot.
Are those
Is-
wooden beads at the top? Oh,
Yeah.
they are. Those are cool.
That came
Cute
on there.
finish.
Yeah. Okay, so then I did another September, or the 9 patch, the Primrose Cottage Stitchers, September. Made it into a pillow.
How many more of those do you have to go?
I haven't done November and December.
Okay, that's
Oh,
it? Then
that's
you're done
cute.
with them all?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you have these displayed in that bread bowl
Yeah.
you have?
I did. Yep.
Cute.
You should take a picture
Oh,
of that.
I just do it monthly though. I don't do the
Oh,
whole,
okay.
because they're seasonal. I could.
Oh,
When I get them all
okay.
done, I could do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Okay, and then this was on the Colorado Cross Stitchers. It was a free chart. So
Oh, that's the same fabric.
Oh,
That's
cute.
I
cute.
did that. Yeah. Okay. And then I did one and a half of these. It's the Prairie Schooler autumn samplers. So this is the autumn one.
Oh, that's pretty. Look at all the fall colors.
Yeah. And then the center one was something about a clear moon.
Did you frame that yourself, Jeannie?
I did.
Wow.
I just did the bottom half of it
Oh, nice.
and put it on one of these wooden tags from one of the dollar stores. So,
Love that pumpkin. It's a felt pumpkin.
yeah, it's from is it the Felt Pot or
Yeah.
Etsy?
Yep. I think
Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay.
come up with creative ways
So I
to
think that
frame.
is my fall. And then, okay, I got to show this again. That's one of those wooden ornaments. But there's so
Ugly
much,
sweater.
yes, so much floss left that I was able, and I still have
Oh,
more.
geez.
Look at the little ones.
They're multiplying.
Well, and a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance,
Oh,
Really?
really?
I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
So I
nice
got to
word.
start on that.
You're gonna have a flamingo tree.
Yeah. Okay, then Little House Needleworks Snow White is
Oh, she
This
did it
is
on green.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
this one.
This is absolutely
Oh,
beautiful.
my gosh.
Yes, that's gorgeous.
So,
Do you know what
Love
fabric
that.
it was?
it's pictured this plus 18 count jade, and I use sulky, 1001, the white.
That is just
So on 18 count, I was able to use just one.
Show the back. Look
Oh.
at the cute fabric on the back.
Yeah.
Nice having the stash.
Oh,
Okay,
What's
and
it
then
stuffed with?
this is sawdust.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I did hands-on design, bottle and brush tree farm, and this is on 16 count jalapeno by Fiber on a Whim with the called for DMCs. And this I did
look how her fabric matches.
lizard litter. Oh,
That's cute. It's even got the, what do you call it, sage color? What would you call this color?
I don't know.
Because it's in the flowers.
Yeah,
or
it
in
is.
the
Oh.
leaves in the back.
Isn't
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, it's beautiful. Is that teal? Almost like a seafoam? What'd you say?
Yeah, and it's DMC, so they don't have
Name.
names. And then Welcome Stitchery. They're 2002 ornament. There we go.
Yeah, Justine's part of my problem. She does that Wednesday
Oh,
show. Oh
yeah.
my God.
So there's mine. It's done on a little wooden ornament from Hobby Lobby.
It's very cute.
Okay, so here's another
What are you
Little House
laughing
Needleworks.
This is not even half done.
Yes, I I'm almost through Christmas.
about? Jeannie likes when it snows
Moonlight.
so that she can
Yeah.
just stay home and stretch.
Okay, and I did kind of a door hanger on this one.
Oh,
And the
cute.
fabric again on the back is beautiful.
Oh, cardinals.
Oh,
Yeah.
and just that tea stainy look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like that tea stain.
So this one here, Comfort and Joy, is by Luminous Fiber Arts, and it was in the 2020 Punch Needle Primitives. I think it's out now as a standalone chart.
Well, that's good to know.
And what is that flower called? You guys grow those,
Isn't-
don't they? Out of the bulbs?
Oh, is it a poinsettia or amaretto?
I think-
Amaryllis.
Oh, amaryllis.
That's what it looks like to me. Does it?
So this is my
doesn't it?
finish.
Oh, that's cute on a book.
Yep, it's on from Michael's.
Michael's. Yeah, we found those a couple weeks ago at Michael's.
I don't know, but that's what came to my mind. Is
It's
those
either an
flowers you guys
amaryllis
grow.
or a poinsettia.
Beautiful.
And then this one is Heartstring Samplery,
Oh, you can't show that. Is it free?
All Lang Syne. I think so. I just have my working chart here. But I finished this up end of last year.
Oh, I remember you doing that one. Yeah,
So I dated it.
that's so cute.
And then I did Blackbird, Raise a Glass of Cheer.
Why are you laughing,
I
Julie?
just because
Hey.
it just hurt.
It's been almost 2 months.
Wow.
They just keep coming.
Wow.
No, this will end the.
Wow.
I hope we're not
like
making you
this.
feel bad.
No, I'm just
I like
so
this one.
impressed.
I know. It's
So,
They're my heroes.
like, me, don't put me in your hero category. But she's
that's
Yeah,
all
but
I
you work
have.
You work on
That's all I
40
brought.
You work
That's
on
all.
40
Oh,
No,
count,
wait, I
so-
take that back.
Of course.
I have an oldie.
Yeah.
I did this back in 1989,
Oh,
and it was
that's
in a
cute.
cross stitch magazine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So,
Oh, look at all the silhouettes on those two. That's
Yeah.
It looks like old Christmas cards.
yeah.
That's very
So it
cute.
says, Christmas comes but once a year. When it comes, it brings good cheer. Peace on earth.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So it's come out and hung. It's hung on a wall every year, but this year it's in my hutch. Okay. Now I'm really done.
Okay. Finishes. I do have a finish. I started. Oh, there it is. Took it out of the bag so I wouldn't crinkle. The Plum Street Home for Christmas when we went to 24 hours of cross stitch, which was
Beginning of November.
Seems like-
Before all the medical
stuff
appointments.
right before actually.
Yeah.
We
Oh, and you hit
the
a deer.
first time I went to Welcome Stitchery, I had sciatica pain. I woke
Oh.
up with sciatica pain going down my leg, and we went anyway. And you heard that story a few videos ago. Okay, second time I was going to Welcome Stitchery, I was going to her house, and I hit a deer. And I still don't have my car back. That's how long it takes now. It
November
takes-
4th.
Yeah, it takes a
Wow.
long time for them to do your car for parts and stuff. And here is my finish.
Can I hold it for you?
I think it'll stick. There's my finish. And that's a lot of stitching. That whole top is full coverage, the whole bottom's full coverage, and the house. This took me a while, but I love it. I would have had it fully finished. I was thinking I could make it into a pin keep, but it's pretty big. It's like 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. And I have this, I like these little, what are these called? Can you see them? There. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're not really pom-poms, are
Well,
they?
they are a pom-pom, but they're really little. But they match that dark red in the house really good. And I was going to do that around it, but I think I'm going to put it in a little frame and put it on a little easel is what I'm thinking.
Those pom-poms look good on the sides, but it gets real busy on the top and bottom.
It does. But then when I looked at the picture, they had it out 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And they did white all around. If you look, there's white pom-poms, and they got it out about 1/2 inch. But then this is almost going to be an 8-inch pin keep then. That's huge to me.
Or it's almost like a throw pillow now.
Yeah, it's big. So I'm going to put it in a little frame. That's why it's not done. Otherwise, I would have had it done. And this is a nice fabric they sent with it. I got the kit from Country Sampler. You got everything. So I really would have liked to make it into a pin keep, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in a little frame. And I'm sticking to it. So that's my finish.
I've got a couple finishes. I forgot. It is the Prairie Schooler Christmas trees.
Oh.
Is that what you guys were buying those
Yep.
frogs for?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So here, I got 3 of them. See if I can
This
do
color but is gorgeous in your house with your
the jade.
with your cupboards.
Okay, so there's 2. And it is, the lighter one is Picture This Plus 18 count jade. And the darker one is Garibaldi's Needleworks 18 count olive green. And then this is the one I like. And I use sulky threads.
Is that 1001 again? For
The
white?
snowflakes are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that on a spool?
Yes. Isn't that pretty?
People like it because it's a little thicker.
Yeah.
So you only need 1 strand. You don't have to use 2.
Oh,
So,
and
like,
it's on a spool, so it's
yeah,
easy
to pull off and cut.
Yeah.
But then you
Um,
don't have to railroad your threads and try to get them flat. You can just use 1 thread.
And then
on
this
high-
one
on lower
is
count.
a light green, 1229, and then the dark green here was 1271. A sulky.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to have them done before Christmas?
Yes, yes. That was on my list to do yesterday. I couldn't iron on the backing or so.
And my home for Christmas was on 36 count winter brew. It was exactly, because it was a kid, it was exactly, and it's all the called for threads. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so we're done with finishes. Well,
Yep.
we're just rolling right along here. Whips. I do have one whip that I've been working on. It is, Jeannie, you'll like it. It's O'er the Fields We Go. It's
Yes.
JBW. Now, I'm not a white fan. These two know I'm not a white fan. I don't like white. Don't know
Threaten
why.
me?
I don't like
Anything white.
anything white. Nothing white is in my house. I don't do white. I don't know why. So
Cream, but
Cream,
not white.
ivory.
I do
I would-
cream, tan,
Just not stark white.
not stark white. It's just too bright for me. So this is on 40 count Aztec red.
Ooh.
And I am using, it's a Valdani 6-strand thread.
The variation on
Yeah,
that.
it's variegated. It's very variegated from cream all the way down to a darker tan. And it's a 6-strand Valdani and it's number P3. And I'm telling you that because the P3 has a lot of variegation in it, whereas P4 is still called age white, but there's hardly any variegation in it. Why they named it the same, I don't know. But this is called aged white. And I'm over halfway done. But I love this Aztec red because that looks old too. And then you got the old thread going on. It's really good.
It will be a pinky.
Yeah,
Hello?
because it's long and skinny. Yeah, it will be.
Pretty, pretty. Me?
Yes.
Okay, so I have. Do I show the pattern first?
Yep.
Is that what I do?
Yep.
Am I doing that right?
Yes, you are.
And I got this at
Welcome Stitchery, Osage.
24 Hours of Stitching.
Okay.
Oh, that's Welcome
Stitchery.
Yeah.
Stitchery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And I didn't write down the fabric. I think it's natural. How do I do this?
No,
Is
no,
that
you're
like a
fine.
20
I'm just going
count?
to pull the pin out and
Okay.
kind of put it down.
Okay.
they
So
can
I'm
see.
not far. Just kind of started. When I got back into cross stitch, my rule was one project at a time. One project at a time.
We're trying to fix
Yeah.
that.
And
She's up to
after,
two.
I suck it because, anyway, I can't keep up with them, and that's okay. So anyway, I love it. It's that old look too as well, and called for threads, and the fabric we thought was natural. The pattern comes with that. It's not, what is it? It's almost like a mesh.
Oh, that silk gauze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Ooh.
I mean, we're talking beyond land tiny.
We're talking put it away in the other drawer.
Yeah, exactly. Like what would I ever use this for?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I have.
Okie dokie, Jeannie. Whip.
Okay. Black. No. Black Sampler November. Is that it? I'm doing Jane Austen. A Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery. Can't talk today.
Oh, modern folk. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty.
Yeah. So I started that in November. Then I wanted my snow day yesterday. So I was going to do Let It Snow. And this is Vintage Needle Arts. It's also Baby It's Cold Outside is going to be the next one. And this is on Garibaldi Needleworks 18 count navy blue.
That's really
I
pretty.
love that.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of a purpley tone
They do
to
so
it.
much with Ada now. They
And
never
it's,
used
yeah, it's the Sulky 1001. So I got that far before it got really dark in the house. So,
Well, you got some
I actually had an
stitching.
oil lamp going
oh,
to try to work.
yeah. And then I'm doing Peace at Christmas Time, JBW design. And they are, did I write down what I got?
Oh,
So
gee.
I'm getting there.
Look at
Oh, you're almost done.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pinks and greens and roses.
That's
Again,
really
that'll
pretty.
just be gorgeous in your house.
And it's a reproduction sampler in This is, I think, is antique white. 18. No, this was 14 count. 8 a week. I got down in Walnut at that one quilt store, and I washed it and dried it, so it's like an 18 count now. So
And that softened it up a ton, too,
yes, yes.
How do you wash it?
I just threw it in the washing machine.
Just finished your edges so it wouldn't unravel?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Just threw it in the wash. What temperature?
I think I wanted it to shrink, so I think I did it medium.
Wow.
Okay, then I signed up for this.
Ooh.
It's Modern Folk Embroidery, Roxy Floss Company, and Evertote. Okay, so it's a countdown to Christmas. It's a band sampler. So you open up, and each day you get one of these with the chart on the back to do the band. And you get a Roxy floss.
Those are pretty. Those are really pretty.
So,
That kind of dark and dank, like you like.
well,
Dark and dirty.
but not, no.
Dark
I mean,
and dank. Dank sounds terrible.
Dark
Sounds
and
like
dirty.
wet.
so here is it up through
Oh, nice.
like today.
Oh, wow.
But so yeah, some of it's dark, like that green is called Grinch. And that is like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but really nice. And these skeins are 8 yards long.
Oh.
So there's quite a bit of floss.
Wow.
That's pretty.
So that's it's. I kind of been going on the head a day, and then I don't stitch a day. And so those are my whips.
Okay. So now we move on to haul.
I'll back up.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there's been some stress in Leanne's household. And
Coffee
A
going
little
on.
bit of shopping. Part of my problem is that good old Justine down at Welcome Stitchery, boy.
well, okay, let's back up a minute. Why do you call it a problem?
Because I see stuff, it's like, oh, I gotta have that. Oh, Justine, she just keeps showing you all this new stuff. It's like, oh, geez, Justine.
Do you know all my
think
haul
she's-
is from Justine, either 24 Hours of Cross Stitch or Welcome Wednesdays?
Yeah, because she does those Welcome Wednesdays, and it just kind of puts you over the edge.
Well, and she's just such a great gal.
Oh, she is.
Mm.
Just everything she does is just so nice. So I got Ho Ho Ho. This is fairly new by the Scarlet House. It's a pin key pillow. I just love those ornaments next to the H's and the plaid on the bottom. I love that. I'll try to go fast here. Evergreens and Peppermint. This is a bird with a mouse, and this is the Christmas one.
Oh, crows.
I know, Julie doesn't like crows.
Well, and mice.
Crow. Yeah, and
mice.
I had enough mice last year in the house.
Candy corn and pumpkin.
Another
this
crow.
is a fall one.
Yeah. And then the mouse.
and another mouse. Yeah.
And then this
Very
is the
cute.
Noel. I've seen somebody just
Ooh,
finished
that's
this.
pretty.
The Noel sampler.
Ooh, who's that by?
This is by Brenda Gervais. Who else?
Ah.
That's gorgeous.
And then this I just got. Somebody showed it and I just ordered it. It's Abby. I must like Abby Rose Designs. I have a lot of her stuff, but it's called Yuletide on Thistle Hill. Somebody just did this and it was
Oh,
beautiful.
I love all the different houses.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then I was in Jingle Ball. She just keeps
Sorry,
laughing.
she just
Oh, I haven't
all
printed
over
my
the
ornament yet.
pile.
Jingle Ball and Hands-On Design.
that's
This was the
gorgeous.
exclusive, and I just love these trees because they look kind of quilty. But I'm sure these will come out next year, right? They usually hold them a year, so these are
And that's
the
on
trees.
black, right?
Yeah, she put it on
Put 'em
black.
on black.
And they do. They just
Wow.
look like quilt squares to me in the trees, so they're really pretty.
So what fabric will you use?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've
Look
seen
at that.
those, yeah.
And then Erica Michaels was in the Jingle Ball. And these are, I mean, she's had these. I just ordered these. This is the St. Nick berry because I want to do some strawberries. And then this one was so cute. I think this might be relatively new.
You like
2019. I do. This is called Mistletoe Kisses. We can do pin keeps or strawberries. This is Holiday Home Berries by Erica Michael. Those are cute. This is Christmas Countdown, but I like the drum.
Mm.
I like the drum. That's just like the top of that sampler. And then these were, I only have two. Well, this is Betsy's Autumn. And I got some of the threads with it that I didn't have. I just ordered this from, I don't remember who. I can't tell you. And then I got the Love and Comfort by Heartstring Samplery. Now on Jingle Ball.
I did the Comfort and Joy. It's by the Heartstring Samplery too.
That is it, isn't it? Comfort to you, come to you. Love
No.
and joy come to you.
This other, it's one she put out last year.
Oh, so
It
there's
was kind of
three
like a
them?
companion piece.
Oh, okay. And these were kind of cute. These are scented Christmas bowlies. I won't scent them, but they're embroidery.
Oh,
They're little
you
pinky.
should put a little catnip in them.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! Yeah, and have the cat
Willow.
chew them up.
Yeah.
She'd redecorate with them.
Yeah.
And then this one I gotten from Everything Cross Stitch.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty.
they're little. They're just little stockings. It looks bigger than it is. It's very little. And this has ABC all the way through H. And then this one is
Those are cute.
I through U, B, B. And then this is the end of the alphabet.
So you would make those like an ornament. It wouldn't be an open stocking.
I don't know. I could keep it an open stocking, and then maybe you could hang a little candy cane or something in them. I don't know. You don't have to hang anything. I mean, leave your options open, you know. And then this I found. It's called Reindeer Dance, and I just loved it because I
Ooh.
love blue. But
And who's that by?
this is designed by Don Frisk, the Mindful Needle Designs.
Oh,
So then I was looking for a blue, and this is 40 count Outback Sky.
Wow, that's
I don't know
dark.
if this is gonna show. It kind of looks like denim,
well, it's darker than that, isn't it?
and
Yeah.
it's mottled. I feel like saying mottled.
Would you do the trees on that?
Oh, I could.
So it look like
Wow, almost
I
black.
could.
Because it is
a
dark.
moonlit
It's dark.
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so this came from Australia. This is from Number 12 Stitch Company, and I've heard people talk about that. I had no clue. I ordered from Australia, and it came in like a week. But it had all these custom labels on it and stuff. I went, whoa, where did I get
Sure,
this
they can
from?
ship fabric out of there, but
Can't get it in?
Fox and Rabbit can't get theirs in.
And then she gave me these cute little stickers that you put on the back of your...
Oh,
Aren't they
Oh.
cute? They're just cute. You put on the back of your samplers.
label.
Yeah.
It is cute.
Oh,
you want
and
to take a
then,
break for a beverage or a bathroom?
I can show you. Anyway, these. Not Forgotten Farm showed these on her tree, and she has orts in them. And then I was at Joann's, and I found, I've never seen this shape that you could put orts in.
Cute.
So this was 70% off.
Do
And
you
I
have the one we got at Cross Stitch? 24 hours of Cross Stitch?
It's up top with this.
Not that exact one.
Oh,
Little bits of fabric would be cute in there too.
Yeah,
Or
but
buttons.
this is one that has the orts in it.
but at 24 hours of Cross Stitch in November, Justine gave us one empty one, and it said 2022 on it. That was one
Yep,
of the
it did. Yep.
yeah, when we
And here it is with orts in it. And it's like 4 inches, I think is what it said.
did you get those at Michael's or online?
Michael's. No, Michael's had them, the one down on 17. And then this was needles and thread. Or no, Shelly. This is Shelly from Welcome Stitchery. They showed this, Gathering the Green. And then this is a Brenda Gervais, Ho Ho Ho. Isn't that weird? It says Merry and Bright on the pillow, but the name of the pattern is Ho Ho Ho.
Cute. Cute, cute.
And then this was Thankful by Misty Purcell.
Luminous fiber.
Oh, is that what it is? It looks similar to that one. And then Justine got me the When the Leaves Fall, the new book from Blackbird Designs. Like I say, this is all Blackbird, this is all Welcome Stitchery. This is called Bittersweet Autumn. I love that witch's hat. I think Shelley did the witch's hat.
Is that when we were there, or is this mail? Or...
No, she mailed these to me.
Okay.
This is a welcome. And this
Oh,
one
that's
is Peace.
pretty. We
Merry
did shop
Noel,
in person.
Christmas Peace, Homespun Elegance. I like Homespun Elegance too. She's another one I like. And then this was a new one from Jeanette Douglas, Good Tidings. And this one is from Jeanette Douglas, it's Christmas Cheer. Couldn't decide which one I liked. Oh, and this is the state, Minnesota. They showed those. Yep. Jeannie has more states. You'll see those. Plum Street Sampler, Grace Doth Abound Sampler. And this is Pansy Patch Quilts. Peace Winter at Pansy Patch Manor. And some of these, this is all Welcome Stitchery, but some of these patterns that I bought, I don't know about you, but on Black Friday, everybody had them 20 or 25% off, so that's when I bought a lot of them.
Oh, that one's cute with the blue. Is it a blue door?
Yes, and it's a blue bird. This is Indigo Lane by Brenda Gervais.
That's pretty. With the quilt blocks up in the
Proper
corners.
Stitcher did that one, didn't
Yep, she did. And then these are the new Brenda Gervais Santa Stops Here. This is one of them. This is Brenda Gervais, the Maker and Mender. This is fairly new too.
Cute.
she? Yeah, do you need to come in a little bit?
Oh, am I out?
Yeah.
We see this phantom arm come in with all your love.
Heartstring Samplery, Ye Old Noel. I love this one. Somebody finished it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. This is With My Needle, Rebecca's Flowers.
I like how they finished it.
Yeah, I
The
know.
options.
Rebecca's Flowers on the spool.
Yeah.
And then this is Mary Carr, 1840.
It's a barn, isn't it? Is that a barn
I don't
or a
know.
school?
A cathedral? I don't know. The roof looks kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Pansy Patch.
School.
This is Bluebirds and Bluebells. I love this one. This one's gorgeous. Wow, that one is amazing. And then at Welcome Stitchery, while we were there for 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, we did a class with Erica Michaels. It was a Zoom class, and she showed you how to finish strawberries. And how long do you think it lasted, Jeannie? An hour?
Yeah, I would say.
And then she gave us a folder. And one of the patterns is Very Berry Finishes Berry Starter Kit. And she gave us a lot of directions on how to finish it. And then Justine gave us My Needleberry pattern to go with it.
pretty.
I know, I love this one. This one's so cute.
Then you got
Oh.
Welcome Berry.
Do I?
Yeah, isn't it on the other?
Oh, yeah. You have it in a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Welcome Berry. Yep, you're right. Welcome Berry. She has hers in a bag and I don't. That was a very good class and Zoom was kind of cool. It worked. This is The Sampler House by Brenda Gervais. This is Oh Christmas Tree by Brenda Gervais. This must be an older pattern. Her patterns don't look like that anymore. And this is Pumpkins and Bittersweet by the Scarlet House. Olivia finished this.
And I'm just wondering if we're going to have to find a different way for you to deal with stress.
This
Or
is
maybe not.
Yeah.
Santa Please Bring Me, Santa ornament.
Or just
Stacy
not have a
Nash.
2-month gap.
Don't have a 2-month gap. Deck the Halls Pin Keep. This one's fairly new. I love that bow on her dress. And I love these women with the big hips. And
Yeah,
this is
she's got the low
Okay.
yeah,
drop shoulder.
yeah, and this is the Sampler House. And this is Blessings Be Thine. I think this one's new.
Remember, people, it was brain surgery.
It was. I need brain surgery. Take out the part that makes me buy everything.
So she needed
There's a lot of stress.
comfort and
Yeah.
care.
This is, hey, part of it was Black Friday. Everybody, all of the online shops had 20 to 25% off. And if you have a list of things you want,
See, I had a house full of family, so I
Yeah.
didn't shop.
this is Animal Crackers series Whitaker.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
it's a scissors holder.
Yeah, there's scissors.
Oh.
But wait till you see Paisley. Look at her flowers.
Oh.
And her old red dress. Oh my gosh, I love her. And it is. You have a heart in the back. And you
So
see
how do
scissors.
you prioritize what's going to be on your WIPCO next year?
I don't know.
Are you doing a lot of new starts?
I don't know.
I think you just
Oh.
throw them in the air, and whichever ends up face up. That's which ones you do.
And this is Believe by Teresa Kogut. I love this one. Just the way the wind is kind of blowing his jacket. He
That
looks
was
cool.
Tuesday.
I know you well enough that you don't buy it unless you love it, so you love all of them.
I do. I love them all. Shelly showed this. I had to get it through eBay. These stockings are little. They're not very big. I think they're 6 inches long. They were just so dang cute. And it was very cheap. It wasn't very much money. And these are, this is, I love Santa Clauses. I collect Santa Clauses. So this is Cinnamon Stick Christmas. Sampler Santa. This is Sampler. When you make them into that stand-up, they usually have a 3-dimensional thing hanging from the outside. And then this one is Santa and his winter friends.
Look at that.
And there's a 3-dimensional tree.
They have a stuffed one to match the
Yeah, to match
chart.
the, yep.
Wow.
And then this one is filling the stockings. And the stocking is like a little sampler. It has a little house on it. And those are very cute. Those are from Homespun Elegance. And she has a lot of them.
Cinnamon stick Christmas.
Yeah,
huh?
and I have probably 3, and then I got those. And this was so pretty because, again, it's blue. Erica Michaels, Goodwill to Men.
And a berry.
Yep. Oh, and then this is the other one we got at Jingle Ball. You could get this one from her on Jingle Ball. And again, I think this will be released next year. So there must be 3 now, right?
Yeah.
If there's one that I missed. Tiny Modernist. This is Stitcher's Ornament.
Oh, I got that one.
These are
That's
so cute. And then this was 20% off of Twin Peak Primitives. Brenda and Laura.
Is that
not
still
Brenda and
going
Laura.
on through this weekend?
Until they do, yeah.
Until the
Sunday,
18th,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, not Brenda and Laura. Just
Pam
Keep
and Steph.
Stitching, yeah. This is the 20% off pattern of all the reds. This one I love, and my printer didn't print it very good, but it's called the Rose Quaker 2, and it's just a little pin keep, but the colors are better than that. It's just my printer didn't pick it up. Should I stop?
Well, only if you're done. So we're keep going.
Plum Street Samplers, Cardinal Kin. Everybody's doing
I
this
like that one, yeah.
And then this is the Harvest Night. It's a house with pumpkins. See, a lot of these, you got to remember, it's almost 2 months. A lot of these were fall. Autumn Cottage.
Yeah, you just don't stop shopping just because we haven't filmed.
Right. This is
That's
Be
good,
Merry
Jeannie.
and Bright, and I love this one. This one I just love it.
Oh, so this goes above just
This is
love. It's
pretty
not
nice.
love.
Now we're gonna grade them.
Yeah.
Stitching makes me happy. Need I say anything
Yeah.
else?
And so does shopping online.
And so does sewing. And this one is Autumn Crow.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Some of these would be
Crow.
Well, look
Yeah.
how little it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's when
okay,
the-
you can
when the crow dominates.
overlook that
And
one.
this is the Addams family, and it's really not.
No, it's Abigail
Yeah,
and,
it's
and John,
Abigail.
right?
Yep, it is. Because there's only one D in the Addams.
Oh,
But it's kind of funny because when you look at her hair and stuff, it looks like,
Morticia.
yeah, with the white, the gray, and the black stripes in her hair. And this is Frog Cottage Designs, Heather Brown. I think this one might be new. They're pin keeps. This is Tiny Modernist, the Stitch Witch. I just love all the alphabets. And the little kitty and the scissor. It's just cute for fall. And then Julie told me I had to have this because it's
Oh.
blue. So
It's gorgeous.
GH 1857, that was on my list to get. And this is the Red House Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I got my new book. Ooh, I'm coming to the end. There's my new book. And then this was from, who's doing the exclusive? You get it from one shop. Is it Hobby House? Hobby House. You get this from Hobby House. And then you pick your threads and your fabric.
Oh, so they kit it up for you?
Yeah, they kit the whole thing up, and here's all the silks in there. You get the silks with it. There's different threads and different fabrics you can pick. And then you get a little fob. Ooh, how am I gonna? That looks pretty good there. And then the fabric I got is 40 count creme brulee by Tabby Cat Linen. So it's kind of nice. It was all kitted up. And I don't know, I know they still have some, but I think they're coming to the end now. I don't think they have a lot left. Oh, and then this is from this, I think this is my last thing. This is from
Oh, wait.
by
No, I'm sorry.
Samplers Not Forgotten.
I'm jealous.
Peace on Earth.
Is that from Country Sampler?
Yes.
I can tell.
It's so cute because they're stockings that make the tree.
Oh, but I was looking how they got it kitted.
They always kit it like that, and it's so beautiful. But I just love that the trees are made out of stockings.
Was that, are you in one, a club?
I'm in a club for the drums,
Okay.
but not this. They just do this once in a while.
Okay.
They do an exclusive that they do. So it's very pretty. I think there's a lot of people working on this now.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you been shopping, Julie?
Yeah.
She bought batting, she said.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring my batting in 505. No shopping right now. I've been shopping for Christmas presents for all the grandkids. So.
Okie dokie,
Yeah.
Jeannie, you're up.
And I've been kind of exclusive to Welcome Stitchery. I shopped when we were down there for 24 hours, and then, like Leanne, I watched a couple Welcome Wednesdays, and it's like, oh, where's my phone? Add to cart, add to cart. But when we were down at 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, one of our table mates had gone in and bought tons of Mill Hill.
Lots. Way more than I just showed you. You add that up, twice
Yeah.
that. In just Mill Hill, yep.
But then she gets back, and it's like, oh, there's two of those.
So we started looking.
Those
She
two of
had lots
those.
of doubles. So then
There's two of those. It's
Jeannie
like,
bought her doubles.
yeah, I'll do snowmen. So thanks,
Are those
Mary.
the ones in the bells?
What?
There's ones in bells.
No.
They sit.
But these are dimensional because different parts are.
There's beads.
Oh yeah, Mill Hill.
His hat
Oh,
is
he
on
has
top, and his wreath is on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
cute.
different. I thought, oh, this will be an easy stitch. And it's like, well, for one part you do.
Yeah, because Mama Loves You GB did that with some Santas. It's like she had to stitch the top part and
Yeah.
then the bottom part, and she had to put them together.
And then I got this. It's on perforated paper by Lucy Bean.
Have you done that before?
No,
The
well,
paper?
yes. We did a class with
Oh, that's right.
Kathy Haberman. And then I got Lucky. The floss is called Lucky.
And we figured out, who did we see do the frame? Because when you have a big piece of the perforated paper, you can put these wooden frames
911
around it.
Stitcher.
Yeah, you put these wooden
Stretcher
frames
bars.
stretcher bars, and that helps you stitch. Because the problem we had when we were doing hands-on design is the paper.
Creases. doesn't it?
Well, it's hard to hold it when you're trying to get in further.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't roll it
You
up or
can't
anything.
roll it or bend it, or
okay.
so she had those stretcher bars. I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah, I got those at home with my thumbtacks.
Yep.
Then I got Wisconsin and Minnesota. I got to order Florida yet, then I'll have.
Because her son's in Florida.
Yeah. And then this was Twin Peak. I think this was on Just Keep Stitching. It's Jane Austen's Christmas.
Sure. Yeah, there.
Can you get it? Oh, I
Well,
don't wanna-
she had,
There.
yeah.
There we go.
A lot of times you have to angle it to not have the glare.
Yeah.
Right.
And I started kitting it up. I just love Jane Austen. And then I got my daily planner, and the punch needle.
Oh, you got that snowman. Are you getting them all?
Just wait.
Oh, and you did get that pattern.
I got the needle worker.
Yeah. Are you shopping Jeannie's stash?
No. I saw that pattern and I thought of Jeannie right away.
Tropical Christmas.
that
There's
was
flamingos. I can add them to the flamboyance. And then
That's cute.
Noel reindeer. Blue land.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
blue. Nice.
And then
Ooh. Oh, I love a stripe.
Christmas red, white, and green.
That's pretty.
Where is
You
it?
can't see it,
Oh,
but the letters are
Yeah,
all
the
stripes.
Christmas is red and green.
Green stripes.
And then this
Santa in a cup.
was, I think, a freebie.
Is that a gnome?
Santa in a
No,
cup?
it's a Santa. It's not a gnome. It's a Santa.
I disagree. That
You
looks
see his
like a
eyes.
gnome. Looks like a gnome.
You
to me.
don't see gnome's eyes, do you?
I don't
Oh,
know,
I
but
don't
that looks like a gnome.
Santa. And then this is the needleberry that I got like Leanne
Oh
at
yeah,
24
that one,
hours.
I love that one because it's a sewing one.
And I've got 1, 2, and 3, so needed 4 JBW Christmas ornaments.
How many new ornaments did you get to put on your tree? Because you've done quite a few.
Not Christmas ornaments.
Oh.
I've done other ones that are in the sewing studio tree.
Okay.
But this is Happy Holidays 2021 from Welcome Stitchery. So, and then these all. Oh, I shouldn't show this. I was going to make this for a family member. Haven't got to it yet. Family member might watch, but they don't know. And I did the Stitcher's ornaments like Leanne did.
Oh, you got the hard copy.
I got the hard copy. And then, I never know how to pronounce this. Heinzit. Snow. I love these. Let It Snow. Silent Night. Pretty. Welcome Friends. And March 17th.
Jeannie's always good to decorate for almost every holiday.
Yeah.
Every holiday.
It's an excuse.
Yeah, beautiful quilts and stitching.
Yeah. Then I got a new needle threader, a stocking.
Oh, cute.
So, see, now I'm done. This part was quick and easy for me.
So now we have plans.
Finish the 2 I started before I go to the 3rd.
I've been doing Whipco, and I
How
think
you doing for this month?
fine. But see, the thing with Whipco is you can change things out.
Yeah, but this is the end of the year. I mean, you've used all your other 23 blocks.
Sure, right.
So
Yep.
you only have the 2 left. You have to
Right.
do them, don't you?
We don't have to do those 2 blocks. You can change them
Oh,
out.
you can pull another one out of the
Yeah,
air?
because I pulled them out to keep working on Home for Christmas.
Okay.
And now I'm doing the red thing.
Oh, JBW.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to get, if I do Whipco, I'm going to get more generalized about it.
That's what I'm
next
doing,
year.
like a sampler.
Yeah, because like Carol from Salt Block Stitcher, she said she does a sampler every month, and then she likes to work on small projects too, because then she gets kind of some of the small ones done. And I kind of like that idea. So I think I am just going to put in small, sampler and pin keep and...
Or seasonal.
Yeah, to keep it more generalized, because it just, when you get, like when it's time to pull the thing out and I'm not feeling it, it's like, well, I'm going to change it anyway. So
You're bored.
I am.
Flexible.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to generalize it more.
Yeah, I kind of made a list. I haven't filled in the board yet. But, because I'm a newbie. So, yeah. But I do have my snow day. So,
Fun.
yeah. But it's coming up. You're going to get together with some friends, Zoom New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
New Year's Eve. Charlotte and Mary,
Oh,
we're
fun.
going to
Yeah.
Zoom for New
Zoom
Year's
stitch?
Eve. Yep, we're
Yeah.
going to Zoom
I really
stitch.
think, Mary, you should just buzz me every once in a while. So we're hosting a party. and I can always, I gotta take this call. I'll sneak up to the sewing and maybe get a couple stitches in.
Yeah, my son told me to get something Apple. I think he's trying to talk us in. We both, my husband and I, have Android phones, and our kids have Apple. And the phone people always tell you to buy what your kids have because then they can help you as you age. Well, I've always been Android.
Well,
So
and
I
you're the
know.
techie.
I am a techie, so I understand it.
Retired.
I am a retired techie. So I bought an Apple tablet, which we're filming on right now, and
Working great.
So I did FaceTime with Charlotte a couple Saturday nights ago, and it worked really well. So we'll
Is this
do
what
it
you
again.
did the jingle ball on?
Yep. No, I did on my computer.
Oh, okay.
I did on my laptop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I got the Jingle Ball ornament book, but I haven't printed it yet.
oh.
We were out of ink.
Okay, so I guess as far as cross stitch, we are done. So if you're going to leave us, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate. Or just happy snow. We have lots of snow. If you'd like to borrow some, we can send you some.
It sounds like New England is getting a lot this weekend.
Because I think
Missy
Missy
Kathy.
said, yeah, they were going to get a snow day stitch.
Yeah.
So I hope they do. I mean, if that's what they want.
We could pretend we're there and do a snow day stitch.
Yeah, we could. We
We're
already
going
got it. I think ours is heading that way. I think
we're going
that's
into the deep freeze though.
Yeah.
Isn't it -10.
Well, then
next
we'll
week?
have a white Christmas.
Yeah.
we definitely
Yeah.
will. Because if you could see the trees, I mean, they're beautiful.
Oh.
They're coated in white, but they're all bent because
Yeah.
it's so heavy.
Lots of
Yeah.
broken ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's lots of heavy snow out there. It's pretty pretty though. It's bright. Pretty.
Yeah, that's what's causing the outages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to quilting. So like I say, happy holidays
Merry
to those of
Christmas.
you that are
Happy
leaving.
New Year.
Yeah, we'll
Probably-
see you in January.
Yeah, it won't be any more this month.
No, no,
We'll
no.
be lucky if it's January. Yeah. No more surgeries or anything.
No,
so.
not that I know of.
Yep.
Nothing's planned. I think he just had a physical this morning. That was the last doctor thing on his bucket. So,
Yep, and we're all done with hunting season.
yep.
Well, we aren't.
Oh.
Wisconsin, they're still doing bow.
Yeah, bow goes until the end of the year, but
So my husband's
we
still
don't
out
have any
there.
bow hunters in our family. So,
Okay, so do you have any FFO quilting?
the only thing I have is my stockings.
Oh, are those out of
Oh,
old
cute.
quilts?
Yes, I was at a flea market a couple summers ago, and they had this. It was kind of a bundle of rectangles from this quilt, and you can see where they kind of cut around, and there's some soiling and stuff.
They're cute.
But
Oh my gosh.
I think I got like 8 of them, and I thought, oh. So I went through all my old patterns and found the stocking pattern. I think it was a Lynette Jensen.
Oh,
And then online, I was thinking, do I put a cuff? But then no, they just had the
Yeah,
binding,
you would have covered up some
Yeah.
of the piecing if you would have cuffed it.
and I went into I've got a bin of feed sack fabric. So what I used as binding in the loop was in there. So it's really a coarse, feed sacks weren't very tightly woven. So that's mine. I've been doing some other, but they're gifts and Christmas stitching, so
You don't want to show them.
nope, they're wrapped.
Well, this is a Christmas. I don't know how this all started. All of us have worked on one of these, and they're all in different color waves, right? Did it start with Karen?
Could have been.
Karen, it's just a dear friend of ours who passed away.
one of our we used to belong to a group of women that sewed at the library, and one of the women was Bev, and her mother
Yeah.
was older and liked to do
90.
embroidery. Yeah.
To keep busy, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Bev
we
was always asking.
we paid. Yeah, she was asking if anybody wanted anything embroidered, so we picked out this pattern, and her mother stitched all of our embroidery.
But we traced the pattern for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we gave her the threads and everything.
So do it in 2 pieces, do you
Sure,
think? Is that
sure.
easier?
Yeah.
So it's called Over the River and Through the Woods.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the top embroidery.
Right?
Yep.
And
the
then
middle.
There's the
It
middle.
says the
Words.
over the river.
Yep.
And
And
then
then-
down below is the
house.
Yeah, your destination.
Yes.
And being I moved to Wisconsin and crossed the river, this one is hanging because it makes sense. Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go.
See, and that's what used to me too, because my mom lived in Wisconsin, so I have to go over to the St. Croix too. Yeah, I did mine in blues, but I don't have glitter.
Yeah.
I don't have bling in mine.
No, she's got a lot of bling.
And my
Snowflakes.
DMC was darker.
Yeah.
And I had her use Valdani thread, so mine is way darker.
And Karen did hers in like taupes, if I remember
Called
right.
for.
Yeah.
Called for?
Yeah, blacks and taupes
Is
and
that
But I don't remember the pattern.
who's the lady who does all of that stuff? I'm doing the
Oh.
Halloween one.
isn't this
Yes.
Crabtree?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
bet
from
it is.
Crabtree.
I
Yes,
bet it
it
Yeah.
is absolutely.
Yeah, it was a big book.
And then you
Big
have
pen.
this
And then this one is very simple. It's just border on border on border on border. My brother has been bugging me for years and years and years and years and years to make him a Harley quilt because he's a big Harley guy. And when we were in Iowa, I don't remember the shop, I finally found something that was more specific to Harley, and it's Sturgis fabric.
So not just
this
generic.
fabric has the word Sturgis on it. And then I stole from his house one of his Harley emblems. So I borrowed.
Borrowed because it's going
So,
back.
Yeah, you're
So
returning
it's just
it.
very, very, very simple. Just border on border on border. I
Yeah, but
didn't
it's nice.
even bat it.
Oh, you did it?
I didn't. I just put flannel on it because he runs warm. So I figured this will just be on his couch. And got my Lily Ann back out after being stored away.
Long arm.
Long
Arm.
arm. A long arm, sorry. They
What's a
call her
mid arm?
Lily Ann.
Yeah, she has a sit down, a Bernina Q20, and that's what I have too.
Yeah. So I got a lot of practicing to do. So
Something that came up on our last video was from OG Stitchery, and she had a question. She wanted to know like what the difference was between Civil War fabric and 30s fabric, and what the other classifications and what makes them.
About 70 years.
Yeah. I do have some samples here that I pulled.
Well, in Civil War sometimes is referred to as reproduction, right?
Right, and that's actually what it is. It's like they've reproduced a look from the Civil War era.
Yeah.
in
1860s.
30s, they usually call vintage.
Yes, and
Right?
so Civil War to me, I
Or
call
feed
it.
sack.
You'll
Yeah.
hear it. Civil War, you'll hear it called like dark and dirty. It's it's dusty. It's musty. It's not bright. It's
But then you
more
get like
dull.
cheddar in there, and
Yeah,
you get some
you do.
purples.
blacks. A lot
But
of the
it's
blacks.
the hue. The
Yeah,
hue
it's
is
the hue.
darkened.
A lot of the patterns, I'm not saying all, but a lot of the patterns are small on it. Like if you hear the word shirtings, I didn't pull any backgrounds, but backgrounds will have just little things in them, little
Ticks.
ticks. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like this is another Civil War. See, they just have little patterns, but there are Civil Wars with bigger patterns. Like here's
Yeah.
brown and green. See, the greens are kind
You're
of.
never going to see a bright white.
No, never. It's all dull, tans, creams, all the way
Muted?
into golds.
Would muted
Yep,
be
like
the
here's
right
a pink.
term?
Pink is bright,
Dull.
but there's darker pinks.
Dull.
Here's like
yeah.
I call it plum because it's really not purple. It's plummier, and like here's a black. So it is. It's from that era. It's from and a lot of. I wrote down some of like Judy Rothermill is one that does Civil War. Betsy, I can't say her name. Chuchian. Betsy Chuchian is another one. Joe Morton, but I hear Joe Morton's retiring.
Kim Deal is kind of a modern twist to it.
Yeah,
It's a little
her colors
brighter.
are a little brighter.
Yeah.
But I do mix her in, and I do mix in the what are the dark Modas.
Modas. Kansas Trouble.
Kansas Trouble ones? I mix those in too, and they mix in pretty well. And then 30s are brighter. 30s are, a lot of times you'll see 30s with animals in them, little
Yeah.
kitties.
Whimsical.
Whimsical,
maybe?
very
Would that be a
good.
good-
See, like
After
here's boys
the
and
Depression.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's elephants.
And weren't they were literally the colors of the feed sacks to try to
Feed
brighten
sacks,
up.
flour sacks.
Right, because women would
'Cause it
buy
was
the
so
feed
depressing.
sacks. Right, and they'd buy the seed sacks full of whatever and use it, and then they would use the feed sacks to sew.
A lot of clothes were made from those.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. And
Yeah.
see,
You
like
know,
here's little girls and little boys.
You send hubby in for a couple bags. Make sure you get the same fabric, so I have enough.
I need
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Here's
blue this
yellow.
time.
See, there's
Well, and
little
you've actually-
flowers.
I've
Some
done quilts.
actual,
Yeah.
not reproduced ones. You have actual.
And Judy Rothermel makes, and hers are called Aunt Gracie. There's Debbie Beavers. Darlene Zimmerman makes 30s. Lori Holt makes 30s looking fabric too.
It's kind of a new take on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
she's a
like the
little, not brighter.
A
The
little
tones
more modern.
are a little different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you'll hear people talk about modern fabric. Those are whites, brights. You'll hear people talk about brights.
No, there's a lot of whites in
30s.
30s.
There is some of that stuff though that's kind of reminiscent of the 70s, 60s, 70s that's out now. It's more muted in colors like the 70s, the olive green and the
Yes.
orange and the
And
gold.
bigger-
Avocado green.
Yeah.
Bigger
yeah.
prints.
Harvest gold.
Yeah, and big
Yeah,
prints.
Big
That
print,
was-
Yeah.
bigger prints. Yep.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, OG Stitchery. I guess I don't. You'll know. I mean, like I know. I mean, I've always loved Civil War, so I mean, I know the minute I see one. So you tend to what you're drawn to is what you work on. Okay, so we're gonna move on to finishes. Do you have a finish?
We ditched it.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's right. We have none. We don't have any finishes. Okay, so now whips.
Sure.
So I'm working on, this is a pattern I pulled from Fons and Porter's Love of Quilting, September, October of 08. Yeah.
Let's take a step back.
Yeah. And I have 2 wingback type chairs in my living room. And these are just,
Ooh.
I
What
just
color
pulled
are your
this square.
wingbacks?
They're like a old tapestry. It's got teal and rose and blue and
Ooh.
multiple colors. But I don't like people's heads on them over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I make these periodically. Just I'll do a couple blocks like that and throw it on the back of the chair. So
Do you
then-
put any on the arms too, like they used to do with doilies?
Oh, I know, but they came with arm covers.
Oh,
but they
okay.
didn't come with something. So then that way it protects the back of the chair.
Yeah.
And these are washable, or I just make new ones. And
Do you do seasonal?
no, I don't.
Why?
Because
You could have a Santa there, or a snowman would go through January.
Well, that's an idea.
Then you could do hearts and clovers and
Oh,
bunnies.
boy. Firecrackers.
Yeah, flower. Oh,
And
do it.
then I bought this. What's your favorite store down
Primitive
south?
gathering.
No.
Sowing
Sowing
seeds.
seeds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And they just had
New Ulm, Minnesota.
this ruler in there for thimbles. And so when my mom passed away, these gals gave me a gift certificate to a store, and I went in and bought a bunch of 30s fat quarters with it. And using this, I'm slowly putting together.
That's fine.
It's time consuming because of the cutting and whatever. So putting together a memory quilt for my mom as a gift from these gals.
Didn't you do when we went to Houston 5 years ago? Weren't you
years ago?
collecting 30s?
No, I collected anything that had to do with sewing.
Sewing. Okay,
Yeah,
motifs.
so I have
Okay.
this quilt that it's all different sewing motifs, and then out that fabric came out for that shop hop where each of the stores did like a row,
Oh.
yeah.
and it was the car driving and the old ladies
Yep.
in the car. That's the back. Because that was perfect for our trip.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been working on. This is called Info. The book is called Info Bloom from Barb Adams and Alma, and I've been working on the berry vine wreath quilt. That it's all applique, and I'm over half done. So
But she's
I
making
have-
it big.
I'm making it king size for my bed, and this is how much I have done.
This part.
Yes, this part.
Yeah.
So I will grab it.
Are you getting cold?
I am.
Oh, and I'm sitting here thinking, should have worn short sleeves.
I am a little chilled. Oh, wow, Leon.
We zoom out.
Zoom out. Yeah, zoom out. This thing's getting pretty dang big. There
But
it
one
is,
thing
though.
that you did that the pattern didn't call for is you cut your fabric on point.
I did. I cut this because the background fabric are all samplers. Like here's a background. Directional. And see, the background is a sampler. So what I did is I cut them on point, whereas in the book they don't. They just cut them so everything's sideways.
And you
But-
what? That would bother you.
It would, because when you look at the bed, you want to look at everything straight up. You
Right.
don't want to look at everything crooked. So
Did you have to buy a lot of extra fabric to be
I
able
had
to
to
do
buy
that?
extra. Yeah, I did.
You would have bought it anyway.
That's
So it's a
beautiful.
little over half done. I'm getting there.
Well, and then your piecing, that what you have in there is a stabilizer disintegrates with water.
Yeah, with water. It's a paper stabilizer that disintegrates when you put it in water. And I did. I made a sample block and I threw it in water for about 5 minutes and it was gone. So it works.
So it must be like a starch? Fibery starch?
Must be a fibery starch
Yeah.
because they feel like, you know, that they used to do that gluey stuff where they would rip up paper and then mix glue in it and then lay it out, and that's kind of what it feels like.
Oh, okay. Elmer school glue.
Right. And just in case I've shown this quilt, I finished it a few videos ago, but it's called, in case anybody wants to know, it's called Prairie Flowers Encore by Joe Morton, and that's the quilt.
And you've been quilting how long?
Quilting?
Quilting. Piecing, quilting, yeah.
When did I get my long arm?
No. How,
Oh, since Tim was 3, he's 40, so 37 years.
Okay. this is the first one she set up there she's made before she bought it. That was hanging
the one
there.
that was hanging there was
Yeah.
bought. Yeah, that was bought
So-
for our old house.
Because you give so many away.
So
And
under 40 years, that's what it takes. People.
Yeah.
So our friends Charlotte and Mary, we met them when we went down to Osage to a class for Kathy Haberman.
Last April.
Yes. And so we've been in contact. We've met up with them a couple times, and they come to 24-hour cross stitch.
They were our
live in-
table mates.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they live in Iowa,
Fort Dodge.
Fort Dodge.
Yeah.
Mary went to it was people were selling stuff and the money was all going for a missionary
Fundraiser.
and so she's sending pictures of this stuff, and when she sent this picture it was like, oh Mary, are you gonna buy that? And she said no. So I said, will you buy it for me? And she said sure, because
You must have been shaking so much. How were you able to text her back and forth?
I was so excited. But I've been looking for one of these for a long time. And
Well, a
Because-
few years ago, there was
Darlene Zimmerman had a pattern with the birds and the flowers for
State.
every state.
Yes.
And it
Who
was
did it?
embroidery.
Somebody did it.
Diane Pelto.
Okay.
yeah.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
And then there were a couple of extra. She had some extra on the bottom of her quilt.
Yes.
Well, because to make a quilt, 50 states do not make rows.
Right.
So there
she
had to
added
be-
some squares.
Well, I think the pattern did.
Yes,
Okay.
because I think there was like the whole United States block
Okay.
and whatever. Well, I love that, and we bugged Darlene Zimmerman to reproduce it, and she said it would be, but we haven't ever seen it. And so then when Mary sent me a picture of this, and these are all, I don't have a picture of it. I can't, this poor lady's name is here, but this is how old it is. These are patterns
What's the postmark?
that came.
It was 12 cents to mail it.
12 and a half cents.
But there's not a date on that stamp.
Looks like it's all blotched. It's from Flushing, New York.
My mother-in-law did a state quilt, and it worked out in rows because it was before Alaska and Hawaii were in the Union. So there was only 48 then.
Oh,
This
wow.
has 50. I counted them, and I mean they're on tissue paper, and you iron them on. And I'm not going to show you all of them, but the lady had 22 of them done.
Wow.
So this is like one of them. This is Delaware. And what's really cool is if it was one of the first 13, it says it down here.
Oh, it has the state they went in the union.
Yeah, like this says
Or the date,
Yeah,
yeah.
this says first of 13, and then they all have a date. This is Pennsylvania.
Some history, Leanne.
Yes, Jeannie likes history. And these are all. I mean,
So is that like the flour sack material, or is that just muslin? Oh, she's got the blocks. Or the,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was part of it?
So you don't have to worry about matching up.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
And here's Pennsylvania. There's, like I say, I'm not going to show you all of them, but anyway, there's 22 of them. And what's really interesting...
New Jersey. Pennsylvania's more rectangle.
Oh, did I say
Jeannie's
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Sorry, North
Oh
Carolina
my
has a
gosh.
must be a cardinal.
So have you noticed if the ones that are done, is the pattern still here?
Yes,
I wonder, would they work twice?
I'm looking like they would work twice. Yes, and what I
But you
don't
can do
understand
that.
is, so you get the pattern. This is the iron-on part, but then there's like a cover. Yeah, it's like they all have it.
Well, I
There's like-
suppose if the ink would have, the old ink, maybe they're afraid that it would bleed
Oh.
onto another pattern, so it was like a...
Or are you supposed to
a
use
guide
this to center
between?
it, or I don't know what they're for. But
Huh.
everyone has a cover. Every single one of them has this cover thing. So I'm not sure, but this is going to be so much fun because there's 22 already done.
So is this going on Whipco, or is this going to be just...
Can I put that? I suppose I could put it on Whipco, but I want to do Minnesota next. But the instructions are the only thing that's funny.
Oh, you got a needle.
Oh yeah, there's a needle in there.
Here's something...
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed there's some
Whoa.
other things in here too.
Yeah.
Like there's one about dolls.
So this
So I
tells you
think
what
whoever
color.
put this pattern
countries.
together must have thrown in some extra stuff and thought they were
Wow,
all
that's
together.
different countries.
Because I was, well, here's Alaska.
Yeah, but then look at the rest of the
Oh,
countries.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and all of these pages, each one has a different pattern number. So I think whoever her family was or whatever must have
Threw
thrown a
in,
bunch of
yeah.
stuff
yeah.
that didn't belong with it. Or I'm sad to say other patterns are missing the directions.
Yeah.
What's so funny though is it's all DMC, but they don't have the numbers for the DMC.
They have names.
They have names. So I'm gonna have to look at the names and figure out what the number is to go with them. But that was kind of interesting that DMC wasn't numbered. It was all.
Suppose there wasn't that many.
No. Like for the peach blossom, the petals are rose, the center is yellow, and the buds are deep rose. And those, I looked up the names, and sure enough, it pops up with the number. So I'm just gonna have to write the numbers next to them.
There's no copyright
Well, this
on any of
says,
them.
well, this says, as listed by the National Audubon Society from 1975, the different flowers, naming
Oh.
the flower for the state.
So it isn't as old as 75.
But that could be, yeah.
See,
So
like
75,
but
but
is that the same part of the pattern? See,
I
that's
don't know,
what
but
I don't
it lists
know.
all the different birds and stuff, so this is
Yeah.
just,
So
Anyway,
I'm very,
so
very, very,
cool.
very excited to.
See,
so cool.
see, Leanne doesn't have to just shop by herself. She has personal shoppers out there.
Yeah, now I got Mary and Charlotte to help me
Yeah.
too. Swell.
fun is that?
As if I don't get myself in trouble enough, you know. But
So if you find anything out there you think Leanne might like, just send her a message.
But this I'm very excited about because I
Oh,
really
it's
did.
beautiful.
And everybody that did one, see, like here.
And
was
are the
this one?
stitching decent?
Yeah,
on it?
I think so.
Oh wow.
I think she
Yeah.
did pretty good on her stitching.
Yeah.
There's one in here that is
Probably a
marked,
kid.
but it's not stitched.
Okay.
This
Oh,
one.
So it's been
Alabama. Alabama's been transferred, but not stitched.
transferred. Wow.
So I probably will do this one next, and then I'll work on Minnesota.
Are they in alphabetical order?
No.
Okay, good.
There's no
They're-
order to them.
Well, yeah. According to the, look, there's, where's
Oh,
number
second
one?
and 13.
You had number one on top.
Oh,
Oh, here's third,
third.
12th. But she didn't do all of them.
Okay.
They're not all done.
Oh, the first 13 aren't?
No.
Oh.
So I was very, 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 very
Yeah,
excited.
that's a
about
fun
that.
find.
And then I got, this is kind of funny. It's one of these metal rings and it just has a spring, but I can't tell if this used to be like a twill or if it's masking tape. I can't tell.
Oh, I was thinking it feels like masking tape,
It
don't
kind
it?
of does, but
Over
after
the
you
cork?
look at it a bit, it looks more like twill that got old. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I might rip it apart and clean it. Who knows? Okay, do you have anything, Jeannie?
I'm checking out the masking tape.
Okay.
See it right there?
Oh, I think it is masking tape. Yep, it is.
Well worn masking
Well,
tape.
well worn, yes. So that's kind of cool. I won't use that. I'll use something else. Do you have any whips in quilting?
Nope, I didn't bring any.
Okay, haul. The only haul I have for quilting is when we were at 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, she had the Zoom class in the quilting store. Michelle's quilting store, because she had a big table in the back and she had
Classroom, yeah.
three screens or two. Can't remember. But anyway, she had that day, how much was fabric? 20% off?
Oh,
Because it was
nice.
her anniversary too. So I found, this is, I'm going to make bags out of these, but this is sewing fabric. So this will
Cute.
be a bag.
You know, you better get going on your bags with all that haul if you're going to put.
Yeah.
And then this is, just a black star for the top. And then this has button jars. There's buttons and jars. And then this was a panel for Halloween. I could make Halloween bags with these. They're different panels.
Cute. Okay, I like the owl. Is it an
Yeah.
owl?
Yeah, that's an owl. Definitely with owl with a witch's hat. See, there they are. So each one of these can be the middle for a bag.
See, this bag was made from a panel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought these would be fun and I figured 20% off. That didn't cost me much
Yeah.
at all. So
And then you got your fall and Halloween stitches to put in there.
great. Okay, that's all I got. I don't have anything else. You got any haul? No? Okay, you got any plans? Quilting plans?
Beyond my long arm, I've got about 50 tops that need to be quilted. So having
Yeah.
it packed up for a year and a half.
Yeah.
When I
It's
get
hard.
this ring one done, I'll have 5 quilts that need to be quilted for my bed.
Oh,
Never-
for just your bed.
Just my bed. I've never
Wow.
had a quilt on my bed, and I've been quilting for 37 years.
Yeah.
So
I had a little discouraging though when I went to decorate this year. I've got 5 or 6 bins of Christmas quilts, and they used to go on all the beds and in the walls and on the tables. And in the new house, I don't have that. I think I only used about one bin. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
Open floor plan.
not enough walls and beds.
yeah, no
I
no
get it.
linear services. I
Yeah.
don't have a table, and before I had different things here and there, but yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you that have never watched us before, these two have moved into new houses. They've built. Well, Julie had a cabin, and then she built onto her cabin, and it's a house now, and that's where they live. Jeannie moved back to her husband's family farm, and they tore down the old family house and built their own house. So that's
Yeah, be there almost a year.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that
We're still
time.
about 30% unpacked. The rest lives in the pole barn, out of sight type.
Yeah.
out of mind.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a couple bins of Christmas I couldn't find. I couldn't find my Disney bin, and there was another bin I couldn't find. It's still out in the pole barn. And I got a couple Christmas quilts I was going to make. I need more. And that's out in the bin, out in the pole barn.
I made stockings. I got with the new family members added stockings.
Where do you put them?
We have a railing on the loft,
Okay.
so I'll hang
So
them
you can
up
get
there.
the 52 up there.
Yeah, I don't have 52, but no, 21, but
Yeah,
not 52.
21.
20?
21 grandchildren. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't.
21.
Oh, so you just skip the first generation, huh? You
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
pay attention to the parents. Okay. All right.
Grandmas have their priorities, right?
That's right.
I collect Santa Clauses, and there's quite a few right behind us here. And I thought I'll just show you a couple of my favorites.
Where is Houston?
This is Houston. He's one of my favorites. This was from Houston. There was a lady in Houston selling, her whole booth was Santa Clauses. And when us three went to Houston, when we got to Houston, we all split up. And then Jeannie texted me when she got to that booth and told me what number it was. So then I headed there right away. But he is just amazing.
It was the International Quilt Festival that they have the first part of November every year.
Yes, and it's huge. It's a huge quilt show. It was really fun. It was just a blast.
Well, it's been 5 years. Do we need to revisit it?
Yeah, I would revisit
Well,
it.
and we trying to protect that
Yes.
as the accumulation of shopping happened. Because how many stores?
We
did
each
we
brought
have?
a bin for the back of the car, and the bins filled up rather fast. Julie was the only one. We were bargaining with her. She was going
to rent space.
out of her bin.
I drove my vehicle, but I had mine under the car seat and the door. And
everywhere.
And I had to take stuff out of my bin to protect him. And the lady puts a little mouse on every Santa she makes. And she doesn't sell these online or anything. She only sells them at shows. She said she couldn't keep up. It
the
wouldn't
old
work.
quilts, yeah.
So this is one of my favorites.
It's got a story.
It does have a story. And this is my first one. This was my very first Santa. And we have a Minnesota fairgrounds, and there used to be in the spring and fall a craft show every year.
A
And so-
primitive one, wasn't it?
Yes. And I found him there. He was, in today's standard, he was extremely cheap. But I love that he had this crazy quilt. But, and I love the bear because he looks all fancy. But he squeaks.
Where are the animals?
Yeah, where's the cat? But he was my first, and so he's always going to be my favorite. He has a little wooden soldier, and I mean, there's a little wooden cardinal. She took a lot of detail. His face is very cutesy, kind of like Debbie Mum sort of stuff, but otherwise he's just...
Same creator?
No.
Okay, different creator.
Different creators, yes. And then this one I found up in Duluth. They were going out of business. So he was extremely cheap. And look at that face.
Oh, is that kind of clay? Molded that polymer clay or
I
whatever?
don't know.
Look at that vintage quilt. On
Yeah, and then the
And-
old quilt.
the
And then
fur.
look at the old ornament back there.
What is
That's
Houston your last one? Have you gotten
Yes.
one since Houston?
No.
We haven't been
Oh.
anywhere for 2
Oh,
years, right?
that sounds like retail therapy needed. Yeah.
Yeah, these are...
Any more stress?
I'm really picky about my Santas. This one was kind of cool.
Ooh.
There's an apple festival up by
Oh, on a
Stillwater
spool.
every year, and he's on a spool, but he has no face, nothing. He is so primitive, and this
Kind
is a
of gnome
wool.
like.
Oh.
No, he's got
No,
a wool.
like-
This is all wool, and I mean, there's just a little house in an old rickety old bag, burlap bag.
Fun.
I put these two little animals in there. He came with the stocking, but nothing in it. But there's no face to him, nothing.
No Christmas cookies on that one.
No, he was kind of
So cute.
interesting. Let's see. This one is kind of funny. This one again I got at that craft show, and I keep most of these out all year long. But he has a little watering thing. He's got a little
Wow.
bottle of Coke in there. He's got a little flag, and then he's got the whole list of the kids. You know, it's
Did
the
you
kids'
find
names.
your name on there?
No. My name's weird, and you never see
No,
my name.
oh.
He lost
Oh,
his
he
book.
lost his book. It's a little elephant book. I'll just put it back in there.
Cute.
And he just has glasses and a little face. And his pants are so big, they just droop down. He's so funny.
He needs more cookies too.
Yes, he does. And there's another one here. This one I got at the fairgrounds again. Or no, this one was at Canterbury. Down at Canterbury, they have a craft show.
Oh,
Ooh.
And he has a little pair of skates.
Almost
old
Nordic
sled.
looking.
Yeah, Swedish, I
Yeah.
thought.
That like the
There's
wool coat.
this little, this is like,
I like
metal.
his boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got nice boots.
Very
But
cute.
that's him. This guy, I think I got him at Canterbury too. He's got like I guess I'd call it a crazy quilt jacket too.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of animals, a little
Different
doll.
texture fabric though, isn't it?
Yeah, some of it's silk, some of it's wool. He's just got a lot of, look at his
Snow.
face, though. Look at that face. That face is amazing. What an amazing face. And he's got a little airplane over here, a little blue airplane. I think that's about it.
Very
This
cute.
one I made. I took a doll class doll making class years ago, down in White Bear, and I made him. He's got little eyes, and we made the little Rudolph, little deer, too, you stick in his arm, and we painted all of these little, I don't know if you call them ornaments or what, there's mitten, a stocking.
So it's a boot.
Yeah, he's got oversized boots on. So the boots are really big. He's got skinny legs and these big boots.
Cute.
And that's it.
You're due for a new one.
Yeah, I get kind of picky about them. I don't want to have Santas just to have Santas. I want to have a certain one, something that grabs you. Okay, I
That
guess
you love.
that I love. Yeah.
Love.
Love. That I love looking at. You're supposed to have things around you that you love
Yes.
looking at. So those I'll take a picture of it. I'll put these stand in a sleigh. And this sleigh is big, and I had found the pattern years and years ago, and when my father-in-law retired, I asked him if he would make this sleigh for me. And he lived in Bloomington, and Bloomington has a community place where for $1 a day, you can go use all of their woodworking equipment.
Is this back in the 80s?
80s or 90s. I think I got it in the 90s when we were at the lake. And he made this thing. I didn't see it while he was making it. And we went to lunch with him one day, and he says, "Oh, by the way, I got your sleigh in the back of my truck." And I went, "You do?" And he said, "Yeah. This thing, it's beautiful. It has curved woods. The sleigh curves. It's absolutely." And I had planned on, when I saw this pattern, I thought, "Oh, this would be cute out in the front yard at Christmas time." This thing never has been outside and never will be. And it has a wooden seat. I mean, it's big enough I could sit in it. My grandchildren all sat in it. It used to play part of the trains. We'd line up chairs and stuff, and my grandson would put the sleigh at the front, and we would play trains with this sleigh. But I will take a picture of all the Santas in it in the beginning of this video, so you can see. Excuse me. Okay. I guess we're done.
Yeah, not too long.
No. So happy holidays if you celebrate, and I guess we'll see you in January.
Merry Christmas.
safe.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.